It's a wonderland of excitement, enchantment, and adventure. It's Six Flags over Georgia. Signifying the early days of its statehood when Georgia was one of the original 13 colonies is the Log Jamboree. Guests float through the flume in fiberglass logs, and lifts carry them up 50 feet. Then the logs glide down at angles up to 45 degrees. In the flume and on the ground, sights and sounds of this magnificent family funland are delighting. 82 feet over the park in the skylift, the soaring panorama is breathtaking. Visible to the east on Interstate Highway 20 is dynamic Atlanta, and just below, 276 acres packed with rides, shows, and attractions. In the Confederate area, passenger cars on the Dahlonega train ride simulate mining cars, but the old cars never provided a ride like this one. The first gold rush in the United States began in Dahlonega, Georgia, and the United States Mint was once there. The saying, "There's gold in them bar hills," originated in old Dahlonega. But a new saying is beginning at Six Flags. It's, "There's fun in them bar hills." Fun and music are also plentiful in the Crystal Pistol, the music hall where collegiate stars shine the brightest. Each year, Six Flags talent scouts audition throughout the South to find fresh, bright, new talent for these shows. Regularly scheduled performances of Crystal Pistol productions are specially written, scored, staged, choreographed, and directed by professionals in the world of the theater. Unlike the actors in the Crystal Pistol, the characters in the Tales of the Okefenokee ride are animations that tell a fanciful story of Mr. Bear, Mr. Fox, and Mr. Rabbit. Just a few of the frolicsome animals living on the riverbanks. Guests ride through the darkened tunnel, and the motorized and transistorized animals dance and cavort to the delight of guests. The activity is accompanied by music especially composed for this ride. A huge castle centers the area of the park devoted to the era of the Spanish flag. Inside the Castillo de Soto, many adventurers await the guests. Sometimes, college students perform as outlaws or lawmen and have realistic gunfights while awe-struck visitors witness the activity. In one portion of the castle is a dark recess of rooms and passageways named the Casa Loco, or Crazy House. The climax is an unusual slide, where Six Flags hosts and hostesses provide a reassuring hand for guests. Typical of the 1,500-member host and hostess staff, these Spanish soldiers come from colleges and universities throughout the South. Anytime Six Flags is open, the Porpoise are performing. Six Flags opens each year in April. During the spring, the park is open only on Friday evenings and all day Saturday and Sunday. The park is open daily beginning in early June and running through Labor Day. After Labor Day, Six Flags returns to Saturday and Sunday only operation through November. Representing the French flag and influence on Georgia is Jean Ribot's riverboat. Guests who ride the long boats experience through animations representations of life in the 1500s. Narration by collegiate captains add to the ride's enjoyment. At Six Flags, children never get lost, but if parents do, they can be found here in a replica of the first schoolhouse in Fulton County. Two trains ply the narrow-gauge rails that encircle the huge park. These steam-powered replicas of the Texas and General, the two trains of the historic Great Locomotive Chase, take passengers on a mile-long jaunt. Like all other rides, shows, and attractions at Six Flags, the incomparable Croft Puppet Theater production is included in the one-price ticket that entitles the guest to ride all the rides, see all the shows, and visit all the attractions as often as they wish. During this space age, in the modern United States section, under the Star-Spangled Banner, what would be more appropriate than a ride named the Satellite? Right next door is Petsville, where children may pet or feed baby animals in a relaxed atmosphere of a zoo without bars. Pigs squeal as they are fed milk from bottles, and the toddlers squeal with delight in harmonic concert. It's also fun for parents and older children who can observe animals both domestic and rare. For the youngsters not quite old enough to take the family car out on the turnpike, the Happy Motoring Freeway is a 7-mile-per-hour thrill. On this dual freeway, absolutely safe because there's no passing and no exits or entries, Six Flags leaves all the driving to the guests. Almost around every corner is some outstanding collegiate talent like this up-tempo group. Here in the British section is the Hanson car ride, another motorized excursion. In 1917, the Hanson 6 was produced in Atlanta, thus the inspiration for this distinctive ride. A precision drill team parades daily in the British section. At Six Flags Over Georgia, entertainment and history are combined into a fast-moving world of enjoyment. Day or night, a visit to Six Flags in the great state of Georgia is an outstanding experience to cherish and remember.